How do they decide? Like, is it very industry specific, what you've seen, because you've been so long in that process of channel building? What's a trend you see?
I think that the choice of channel or direct from the customer's perspective crosses all industries. It doesn't matter if we're talking energy, manufacturing, software, even financial services, and the insurance services. Let's start with the customer in mind. I always start with the customer first. What does the customer want? And many of the customers, when I say customers, I'm referring to the end user who's going to consume your product.
Right.
Some of them have very good skill sets. They've got great knowledge. You think about some of the oil companies, the energy companies, when they buy products, they have a staff of engineers and operators and technicians. But then you go to other industries, such as maybe you go to a paper mill or something that's a glass manufacturing company. They're not so large and so deep with talent. They don't have all of the skill sets to implement new technologies or new products. You go to the software space where they're very innovative. You know, many of the software people will tell you, well, if we don't have the skills, we'll get the skills, we'll develop the skills, because it's moving so rapidly, those skills might not even exist in the marketplace yet.
Right.
So when you look at the skill sets of your customers, you then come back to your channel partners and ask the question, can you provide those skill sets? Do you need to provide those skill sets? Or are we just going to provide the product? If I'm providing a product to one of these oil companies, they probably just need that one product.
Yeah.
They know how to integrate it, install it, and provide all the accessories. But if we go, for example, to our paper mill, well, not only do they need our product, but they might need some installation services. They may need some commissioning services. They may need the accessories that come along with it. They may need that insight and that expertise of how to integrate it and get the most value out of that product. You see, your channel partners might not be selected just because you want them to sell the product, but you want them to sell what we call the whole product. So your customers, regardless of which example we just used, they don't just buy your product. They buy everything they need to put your product into practical use.
Yeah.
For that oil company, they don't need all the other stuff. But for our paper mill, they do. They need the whole product. They need somebody that can select, size and select it, somebody that can configure it, somebody that can provide the accessories, the installation, and so forth. And so when it comes to deciding what type of channel partner you need, you first have to ask, what do your customers need?
Right.
Start with your customers first, and then you can decide what type of channel partner or what type of direct seller you need to support those customer needs.
Yeah, so if you're one part of the whole ecosystem of, suppose if it's a machinery and you're one part of it, then obviously, you can't be by yourself as that product. You've got to integrate with the rest so that your customers, customer experience or the customer satisfaction of what the customer is looking for is accomplished. So then the channel model works because is more effective. I'm not saying it won't work in the rest of them. It's more effective because you're becoming a part of a holistic solution, and which is what your customer needs. Otherwise, you're just a part of just a product, and maybe you'll sell, but not in all segments. Probably that's the way to look at it, maybe. So how do you choose your channel partner? You brought up that point, and I'm so itching to ask that. So what are the elements to be looked into, when you're choosing your channel partner?